How's it going, YouTube? Tomorrow I'm travelling to Florida with a wife, and it seems to be a thing where people do a lot of what's in my camera bag videos. So this is my what's in my 2019 travel photography bag. Starting off with the main thing, Fuji XT2 with the standard 18 to 55mm kit lens on it. Now I do have full frame Canon DSLRs as well. I shoot weddings with them, but I find them just big and bulky and too heavy to be travelling with. I don't really need the wide apertures on some of the lenses, and I'm quite happy with the 2.8 to f4 kit lens on the XT2, especially since most of what I'm going to be shooting is like landscape or, you know, stuff in broad daylight, or I don't need super shallow depth of field basically. Along with that lens, I've got this, which is a Fuji 55 to 200 zoom lens. Again, it's like a 3.5 to 4.5 or 4.6 lens, so not super fast, but zooms pretty far, and on the small Fuji crop sensor it's going to be like 70 to, it's going to be like equivalent of like 82 or 82.5 to 350mm lens, so plenty of zoom on it for landscapes, zooming in on whatever I want to zoom stuff in on. This has me covered with just two lenses for the whole trip. I also got this Peak Design strap, which clips onto these little things here. Somehow, it's supposed to be easier than this, but I haven't got used to it yet. So it can just go around my neck, and I can take it off if I don't like it, because sometimes I get pissed off with camera straps. So in a little package like this, camera strap, Fuji XT2, 18 to 55, 55 to 200. It's tiny compared to what I would be taking. In fact, here is a comparison. If I was taking a DSLR camera, this is the size of the 5D, which is enormous. Stick on a 2470, this is a macro. This is not a 2470, this is a 100mm macro, but it's about the same length as the 2470 that I'm filming this on. And I've got a camera that's half the weight, probably about half the size as well. 70 to 200 zoom lens and equivalent of 80 to 300 zoom lens. It's a lot smaller, a little bit lighter. It does like extend out when you zoom it quite a lot, but when you're traveling obviously you're going to have it like that. So I'd much rather take that small piece of kit than those massive lenses and huge cameras. Alright, a drone. I bought a drone recently. Haven't used it that much, but it's not that big, and the reason I bought it was because it's not that big and I can travel with it. It's a DJI Mavic Air, goes in this nice little case, goes in the bag, takes up hardly any space at all. Fuck. This is the remote control for it, which I just dropped. Hopefully I did not break it. The downside is I need to take chargers for that as well, and the charger is relatively large. I have two extra batteries for it, and this little thing charges all the batteries at once. So that's kind of nice. I don't really have decent place to like keep these, so I have this Tom's bag that I got years and years ago, and I just throw them inside there, along with all of the other chargers for the Fuji, and a dual charger for the extra two off-brand batteries for the Fuji that I also have. GoPro for sticking on top of the camera and filming if I'm doing street photography, or just like vlogging if I can't be bothered setting the camera up, doing time lapses, whatever. I still have a GoPro Hero 3 Silver. This thing seemed great at the time when I got it, and now it is a piece of shit, but it works. It has a scratched up lens. I don't use it for anything professional, so what? It can just go in the bag, and I'll use it if I need it. 3 spare batteries for the GoPro, along with a little charger for them. A bag of accessories for the GoPro, a little tripod for it, waterproof housing, blah 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 blah. Spare memory cards. Oh, I almost forgot these. Little ND filters for the drone, so that I can get nice 180 shutter degree roll video and just make drone footage look nicer. So that goes in the bag, doesn't take up much space. An extra DJI Mavic Air box that I got with the Mavic that I bought. It was second hand, so the person had two, so she gave me an extra box. And in this box I just keep all the cables and stuff for chargers and for connecting things to the laptop, and I just find it a nice little handy pouch to keep all that in. Laptop, because you need to unload your footage somewhere, and an extra little hard drive. This is a Samsung portable SSD T5, little 500 gigabyte hard drive that has this little carrier pouch, and it's awesome for traveling. GorillaPod. I used to try and make this work with the 5D, but the 5Ds are too heavy for it and it would just like fall over. But it's fine with the Fuji, fits on there perfectly, and can mount it wherever I want. Handy little thing to have, so I'm definitely taking this with me. But I'm also taking a regular tripod so that if I need to be higher up or do like different landscape photography that doesn't require, that needs me to be higher up than Adobe GorillaPod does, then I can take this. This is literally probably from the 1980s, this tripod. But it works. And that's it. A couple of other little things worth mentioning is a lens cloth, because you get fingerprints on your lens, and this little lens pen thing has like a little brush thing in it, and on this end has some spray to clean your lens with, and that's about it. I've been trying to keep this down to a sort of minimal kind of kit. If I'm buying a smaller camera, might as well be carrying less gear. Still a fair amount of gear there, to be honest with you. We're going to hang out in Florida for 4 days, so I wanted to take this, I wanted to take a zoom lens, and I wanted to take a drone. And that's basically all I have for making content. And a GoPro. That's basically all I have for making content, and all the other stuff is just like cables and charging equipment and memory cards and filters and extra accessories that you need to get the job done. So thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in Florida. Cheers!